Hey, newbie family, it is Pastor and Sister Tate, and we're coming to
Good
you via the
afternoon.
social media platform. And we thank God for this day, and we thank God for the opportunity just to come and share some things with you, give you an update with what's going on in the ministry and how we're doing, how we're faring out with our families, and hope that you and your families are faring out as well, staying safe and practicing social distance.
Yes.
All of those are things that are very, very important during this time. We know that it's an unusual time, it's an uncertain time, it's an uncomfortable time, but we know that God is able, and we don't want to push everything on faith. We want you to use some wisdom as well. Thank God for your faith, but we want you to use wisdom during this time. We have now come through Good Friday, and now we are headed into Easter Sunday morning. And it is an unusual time for the church because traditionally we are geared up and we're ready to go into our early Sunday morning services. And there are people around the world who are preparing to attend service on tomorrow, but God would have it another way. And so we're now having to present Easter in a different way, and we're having to do our services in a different format. And so we want to talk about what that looks like. But before we do that, just want to give Sister Tate an opportunity to say hello and to give us some insight with what the rest of our weekend is going to look like.
We are just thankful that all of you all are doing well. We're thankful that we've heard good reports. And so just continue with praying. We are praying, still praying twice a week as a prayer team. And so we are excited about what God is going to do through all of this. We just wanted to make sure that our pastor talked about practicing social distancing. We also encouraging you. I know that many of us have to leave the house to go different places, whether it be the store. I know we go to the store all the time for our hungry children. But we do want to make sure that you're wearing your mask. Our wonderful daughter made sure that we had masks in our house, so she had those made for us, and so we're wearing those. And we just want to encourage you. We don't know how long this is going to go, but we do want everybody to practice wisdom and just being safe. We love you, and we want to be able to see you again and to enjoy the fellowship. So we look forward to that day. But until then, we'll be right here worshiping on social media and just sharing the love of God with you. Just reminding you to always check in on our Tuesday and Wednesday Bible studies on Zoom or also on the conference call line so that you can stay connected and you can continue to grow. It's so important in this time that we're growing in the Lord. You know, we want to spend some time with God and just allow Him to fill us and pour into us everything that He wants to, desires to in this season so that we can be what He wants us to be, and He lets us come on out of this, amen? And so that's what we're excited about, and we're just believing God for. So we just want to talk about what's going to happen, what we're asking you to do tomorrow morning. We will do our 10 o'clock service on Sunday morning, and Pastor's going to kind of elaborate on that and what we're going to do at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yes, and because it is something that we are sacrificing to do, we know that this is unusual. Every year we've had our 6 a.m. service, and unfortunately we don't have the capacity to do that at this moment, but we do have a solution. And that solution is tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. we want as many people that will join us on Zoom, and we're going to do an early morning prayer at 7 a.m. We will have a short song. We're asking all of you, if you will and should and can, please join us in a foot washing celebration. Tomorrow we want to restore our families through foot washing. Everything about Christ and what He stood for is about service and humility. And tomorrow we want to honor Him by returning back to the state of humility, the mindset that was set for us to be servants of God and to be servants of His people. And so we're going to do at 7 a.m. a song and a prayer, and then we want to actually do a foot washing ceremony. And so we want you to take this opportunity to wash feet in your household, to take and bring your family together. For those that are in your household, wash feet. And that's going to bring us not only together, but again, we are surrendering to the authority that Christ established during this time. That if I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, then you ought to wash one another's feet. That it is a part of the process that God takes us through to bring us to a place of submission. And so that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And as a precursor to our Easter celebration, we're going to have a 7 a.m. Zoom call. Even whether you can do it via the computer, the iPad, or the iPhone, or you can dial into the number.
Or your regular phone.
Or your regular phone. And you can dial into the number and be a part of that worship experience at 7 a.m. It's not going to last long, but the content is going to be a song of praise, a prayer, of thanksgiving, and then the washing of feet. And I'm praying today that many of you will participate and join us in this. And then, of course, we will have our service at 10 a.m. just in lieu of the mandate that has come down from the governor's office, the mayor's office. We are going to ask that you join us online again, Facebook Live and YouTube, for our worship experience. We will not be asking people to join us in the building. The only people that will be here with us will be Sister Tate and myself doing praise and worship, and our musicians who are going to be providing our music, and then our video person. Last week we had a great response. People were here, but there was some concerns about that many people being in one space. And so we don't want to run into that issue tomorrow. So if you will honor that, Cherie and myself, our musicians, and a person working the camera for our live feed and streamline, then that's all we'll have in the room tomorrow. But we do ask that you join us at 10 a.m. for our Easter Sunday morning 2020 worship experience. And so that's it. We will have some other announcements that we will probably present at a later time. But as Cherie has already alluded, let's stay connected. Stay connected to the work that the Lord is doing through our ministry. So many things are happening, and we want to stay in the will of God. So please, each time that you can, join us in prayer on every day of the week. And then those 2 dates that she's already highlighted, Tuesday and Wednesday, for our Bible study. Yes. And then there are prayer calls on Monday evening at 5:30 and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Yes. So you have more than enough time and opportunities to stay connected to the ministry. But don't lose sight of what we know to be God's will, and that is to know that God has called us for such a time as this, to reclaim, recover, restore, rebuild, and reconnect. God bless.